The following show is for entertainment purposes only and does not necessarily reflect the opinions of Empire Media LLC, its subsidiaries, affiliates, sponsors, and advertisers.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to The Bottom Rope here on TMSNX Radio, also on Periscope on our Twitter page at TBRcast. I am Adam Hernandez, and you've got to excuse me tonight. I am fighting off a cold, and one big question tonight that I want to talk about is the rumor surrounding the WWE possibly purchasing Ring of Honor. This came from Pro Wrestling Sheet yesterday, and Dave Meltzer actually kind of confirmed it today, that story was in fact true, regarding the WWE was going to go ahead and try and purchase Ring of Honor. But according to the reports, the WWE was sending out "quote unquote" feelers last August regarding trying to potentially purchase a smaller wrestling promotion, and talks, I believe, started to or began earlier this year, I believe, and nothing has really progressed. I hear they're ongoing, and I do hear they're progressing, but no offers or anything like that have been put on the table, according to Pro Wrestling Sheet and Dave Meltzer. But this is something that is going to obviously catch the attention of pro wrestling fans everywhere, simply because it's the WWE looking to absorb another wrestling promotion. Those of us who are old enough can probably remember what happened when the WWE purchased not Ring of Honor, excuse me, when they purchased WCW, and that was in the heart of the Monday Night Wars and everything. Some people liked it, some people didn't. Obviously, the WWE came out on top of those Monday Night Wars, and I thought the WWE did some good things, and they did some very bad things when it came to purchasing WCW. And there's something even more intriguing about the WWE purchasing Ring of Honor now, and it all revolves around the WWE Network. Now, looking at that alone, I think the purchasing of Ring of Honor would be beneficial. I think Ring of Honor would have the ability to reach more households. Obviously, those who have the means to go and spend the money, the little money that the WWE Network costs. I think more people get to see it. I think that more pro wrestling fans would be exposed to an exciting promotion in Ring of Honor. And they would get exposed to wrestlers that they may not have been able to see before. However, there are some very real drawbacks to the WWE going out and absorbing a smaller wrestling promotion. First of all, the rumor is the WWE would be looking to potentially. Well, again, there's no I guess, confirmation on what the WWE would like to do. Now, they could go off and they could do what they did with the WCW, pick and choose the wrestlers that they want, have WCW stick around for a little while, and then that would be the end of it. They own the tape library. Rumors were back when TNA was up for sale, the WWE was in negotiations with TNA just for the tape library. They weren't going to keep the promotion around. They weren't going to, keep it on TV or anything like that. They were just interested in the tape library, and they were going to shut it down after that. The same goes for ECW. When they purchased ECW, obviously it was around for a little bit. It was a very, very watered down version of ECW, nothing that ECW fans could really get behind, considering what it was before. Then they, they pick and choose the wrestlers that they wanted. It was okay for a while. Then it was gone. I think that's probably something that we would see if the WWE did in fact purchase Ring of Honor. We might see it around for a little bit. They would pick and choose the wrestlers that they want, and then that would be the end of it. That is a drawback. Now they get the tape library, and again, fans would be able to tune into the WWE Network and look at old footage of Ring of Honor, and it's something obviously that Vince McMahon would be very interested in, considering who is on his roster now. Obviously, you'd be able to see old early matches of Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe and Seth Rollins, and the list goes on. And again, there's some exciting, there's some excitement to that for wrestling fans, but what fans really want is to see the promotion continue to live on. And that would be my hope as a wrestling fan, and I'm sure many around the country who just like pro wrestling in general, that they'd keep it around. They'd keep it in the same capacity that it is right now. They would just own the rights to it. It would be on the WWE Network, and that would be the end of it. But we all know that's not what Vince McMahon's going to do. He's going to milk Ring of Honor for everything that it has, money-wise, and then that'll be the end of it. Another thing which this would really, really suck, considering it really has nothing to do with the fans, but it would eliminate competition to sign wrestlers in the country or around the country, or around the world for that matter. Right now the WWE is competing with Ring of Honor to obtain superstars. Even though Ring of Honor is still a lower brand of wrestling, not talent-wise, but again, it's a lower brand of wrestling that just doesn't have the reach that the WWE does. If the WWE was able to purchase Ring of Honor and eliminate that competition, then they can go ahead and flood the market with their own contracts and offer wrestlers less money to wrestle for them, since there is less to go around. Now, of course, they could go to Impact Wrestling, and they could go to Lucha Underground. That would basically be it as far as the upper tier promotions go. And I hesitate calling Impact Wrestling and Lucha Underground upper tier promotions. Maybe those are mid tier promotions. Maybe you have the Indies, the second tier, and then the the higher tier, which is WWE all by itself. Now, again, they can go to the New Japan. They can go to, AAA down in Mexico and try their hand at that. But again, are they going to be making the money that they could be making in the WWE? Now, there's rumors out there right now that Ring of Honor is able to pay some wrestlers more than what the WWE is. And again, it just, there's more of a tendency for the product to be worse off when it comes to the WWE, because if there's no competition around the United States for them, then what incentive do they have to really make the best product that they can? Maybe they just make a product that is just good enough to keep viewership, to keep the viewership that they have. Because there's always going to be people that are going to be interested in the WWE and interested in pro wrestling and tuning in from week to week, but you've got to be able to hold on to those viewers, right? And if you don't, then they're gonna lose interest, and then they're gonna go. So it just, if there's competition, obviously you're gonna strive for more and more and more. You're going to strive to be better. And I think, and that's something that, again, for those of you who are old enough to remember the Monday Night Wars, I mean, that's when we had the Attitude Era in the WWE, and that's when we had the NWO and the NWO Wolfpack over in WCW. That was some good, entertainment. And it was fed off this notion that the WWE had to be better than the WCW, and WCW had to be better than the WWE. But now, if there's no competition, then I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Vince McMahon is going to strive to put out a good product, but is he really going to be striving to put out the best when there's nobody else out there to compete against? And that's something that should be very, very concerning when it comes to pro wrestling fans out there and wanting to see that better product. And I know that that may be the obvious to everybody out there. I hope that if the WWE does purchase Ring of Honor, that they're able to do it, and they're able to really promote it in the way that it should be promoted. Because Ring of Honor among wrestling fans is it's the closest thing they have to, I think, the old ECW. The closeness that they have to the audience, and just excuse the pun here, but just how raw everything is too. And I think that's great, and I think that's something that some of the older wrestling fans really miss, and something they really haven't had since ECW. Now, again, it is there in some aspect with NXT. And I think NXT is great. I think NXT has done wonders for the WWE. But again, Ring of Honor just has that little extra there that would be missed among wrestling fans if that were to go away. TNA, I think, is a different aspect. I think TNA has really started to rub a lot of people the wrong way. Impact Wrestling. Especially the way they're handling this whole, Matt and Jeff Hardy thing, with the trademarks and the broken Hardys, and it's really not. I don't think Impact Wrestling is really coming out looking good in all of this. I think they're coming out looking very selfish, and just dirty. They look like a dirty organization right now. And as we close out the show tonight, I just want to touch on the whole Matt and Jeff Hardy thing. I think that they're kind of getting screwed over by Impact Wrestling here. Look, I liked Jeff Jarrett before. I thought that he was good for Impact Wrestling. I think he's a guy that wants to see pro wrestling continue to grow in the United States with options and alternatives. But again, the way that they're going about this whole Matt and Jeff Hardy thing, they just look like sore losers in all of this. The way that they're trying to take what Matt and Jeff Hardy created away from them. And I see a comment here. You love AJ Styles. I do. I like AJ Styles. I do. I think, and if you've listened to past shows, I think AJ Styles is one of the best in-ring performers that has ever stepped foot in a pro wrestling ring. And I think that him going to the WWE has done wonders for his career. I never thought he was very good on the mic before, but I think he's getting better now, and he's really he's really coming into his own with being that complete pro wrestler. So, but anyways, as far as the Matt and Jeff Hardy thing goes, a lot of rumors are surrounding that duo, that legendary tag team, and whether or not they're going to sign a deal with the WWE, and rumors are that a deal has been offered to them by the WWE, and they could be making, again, the rumor is they could be making an appearance at WrestleMania. right now there is some uncertainty surrounding what's going on with the tag team situation, the tag title situation in on SmackDown. And again, the rumor is potentially the Hardys could be inserting themselves into the tag title picture at WrestleMania for SmackDown. Not sure if that's exactly going to happen, but who knows? I think that WWE and the stage that WrestleMania is, we can certainly see something like that happen. Other than that, the other rumor is they're signed through April, or they're saying they can book through April. But after that, there's some uncertainty about it. I don't know. I'll be excited to see them in WWE once again. Again, it's where they got their start. I think it's where they've had their most success. I think it's where people really started to get on board with the Hardys. And I've never been the biggest Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy fan. But I would, it'd be fun to see them back in the WWE once again. Much like it's going to be fun to see Kurt Angle back in the WWE once again. And rumor has it with that Triple H is okay with him returning to the ring as long as his health is okay. So who knows though? Who knows? It's these weeks leading up to WrestleMania are always some of the I kind of equate it to the the hot stove off season that we see in baseball. It's kind of what we see here. It's kind of that same time in wrestling right now. Because the WWE was always going to be scrambling for those big surprises. Same thing goes with the Royal Rumble too. Who's going to be that surprise entrant, in the Royal Rumble. So, anyways, though, that's probably going to do it tonight. Again, you can catch us right here on TMSNX Radio, themajors.net. Also, you can find us on Periscope as well for the Periscope broadcast by getting on our Twitter page at TBRcast. You can hit me up on Twitter as well at TMSNX Adam. Until next time, everybody, this is Adam Hernandez saying bye for now.